Paul is America's senator. And that is what he has become. We love him. I'm so proud of him. My husband of 32 years, love of my life, Rand Paul.
Thanks for coming out to Dr. Fauci's retirement party. What a great crowd. In this hour of our victory, as a red wave sweeps across the country, and America chooses a different direction, we need to remember that we don't come together to celebrate the concentration of power. We come together to rejoice in the dissipation of power. We come together to reaffirm that we are the party of the 10th Amendment, that the powers not explicitly given to the federal government are left and kept and retained by us, the states and the people. We come together under the belief that government is instituted among men and women to preserve our God-given freedom, period. Our desire is not to rule over others, but to largely leave people alone. It is this system of constitutional checks on power that has allowed America to become the freest nation ever known. With freedom has come great prosperity, but we do not choose freedom because it makes us rich. We choose freedom because it's a part of our very nature. America is not only the richest country in the world, but we are also the most generous. Private charity in America is unrivaled worldwide. Why? Because we truly believe we are our brother's keeper. It is my hope that as our nation moves forward, the anger, the vitriol, and even the death threats will abate. Surely there is common cause in the concept that a limited constitutional government allows people from all walks of life to live peacefully together as long as they don't commit aggression against others. Surely the concept of local rule can allow cities and states to express their social mores in a varied fashion. The genius of federalism is that while we are bound together as one nation, we are still free to express ourselves and our significant differences state by state and city by city. Liberty, or the absence of government intrusion, should allow people of widely differing beliefs to live together, each according to their own beliefs. To preserve this liberty, we must especially defend the freedoms that our founding fathers thought important enough to put right up front in the Bill of Rights. The freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom to associate with whomever we please. While the First Amendment doesn't prohibit private censorship, our founding fathers did prize free speech. One can only imagine our founders' reaction to the government actively engaged with private enterprise to censor speech. To protect free speech, Congress must, absolutely must, prohibit government collusion with big tech. If America cares enough about protecting free speech, Americans should reject, and if need be, boycott companies that censor our speech. Truth, whether it be scientific or political, can only be determined by disputation, by argumentation, by convincing others, by voluntary acceptance. But the greatest originator of misinformation is the U.S. government. The greatest disseminator of misinformation cannot be the arbiter of truth. Both left and right need to wake up and acknowledge that government should never be allowed to create any entity that even remotely resembles a ministry of truth. And no bureaucrat, are you listening, Dr. Fauci? No bureaucrat should be above the law. No bureaucrat should be allowed to deny information to Congress, and no bureaucrat should be allowed to lie to Congress. When I return to the Senate as chairman, I promise you this, the COVID cover-up will end. And I promise you this, I will subpoena every last scrap of paper from our friend, Dr. Fauci. At least 6 million people died worldwide from COVID, and Congress has not had one hearing into the origins of the virus. As chairman, I will not only hold Dr. Fauci accountable, we will finally investigate why your tax dollars were sent to fund dangerous research in Wuhan, and we will make sure it never happens again. Tonight, in this hour of victory, let us make common cause with our adversaries to agree to disagree, to reject and respect our differences and leave the anger behind. Tonight, as America chooses a new path, it is imperative that everyone understands that minimal constitutional government allows maximal freedom. Liberty should bring people together because each and every citizen is left alone to enjoy their own personal freedoms. Liberty is that great harmonizer that allows us to live together despite our differences. So as we savor our victory, let us remember that tonight is really a victory for everyone who holds dear and cherishes their God-given liberty, the liberty that makes America that shining beacon of hope to the entire world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.